Hey, what's good, y'all? I wanted to touch on this topic real quick. You know, when people have all these little weird sayings and stuff that don't really make no sense, and we just repeat it because it sounds slick. One of those sayings uh, goes along the lines of FOE or family over everything. You know what I'm saying? Or blood is thicker than water and all of that, right? Um, I think people tend to get it misconstrued when it comes to who family is. You know what I'm saying? And what attributes um, a family member should have, or what type of actions a family member should display to be considered your family. Now, when people think of family, they automatically think of people who are related to them. You know what I mean? People of a blood relation. And you have people who are blood related to you, or you can see that blood related to other people, but you can't really tell. Like if they didn't tell you that that's their cousin or that's their sister or their brother, you would have never knew because of the way they treat each other, the negative way. You know what I mean? They treat each other. So if I have a blood relative, someone that's related to me, and people from the outside looking in can't tell whether that's my sister, can't tell the difference from whether that's my sister or my relative, opposed to a stranger on the street. How much importance does that so-called relative bring to my life? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, the blood related individual, should they be considered family if they don't treat you like family? Just because a person is blood related to you, you know what I'm saying, is that all it takes? You know what I'm saying? That's all it has to be in order for you to consider someone your family or say that you love someone? I mean, what if the family member don't really love you like that? Excuse me. What if the relative doesn't really love you like that? You got a lot of religious people that claim to know the word and all of this type of shit, know this and know that about the Bible and the Quran and the Torah and all of that type of shit. It's a story as clear as day in the book of Genesis that talks about two brothers. One was named Cain, one was named Abel. The brother Cain was jealous of the brother Abel because he figured that, or he thought that the father had more love for one son than the other. That's a long, 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 long time ago, if that story is even true. The concept of the story is what's important. The concept of the story is blood relation don't mean a damn thing. It don't mean that somebody that's related to you or that's supposed to be considered your family still won't do something bad to you. You know what I'm saying? I hear stories of family members killing family members all the time. All the time. So I feel that family is as family does. I think that people use that term a little too loosely. Family. You know what I'm saying? Um, if a person on the street who isn't related to me, of no blood relation, if every time I interact with that person, they give me positive vibes, they give me, positive reassurance, and you know what I'm saying? They always got good energy with them, and they never try to mind fuck or manipulate me or take from me or nothing. But I got people that's blood related to me who will do all of that shit. Who's more family? The person that's not blood related to me that treats me with respect, or the people who are blood related to me that treat me like shit? I'm supposed to consider them family and possibly be placed in a fucked up situation all because they're related to me. I'm supposed to stay loyal to people who don't even really fucking like me. Does that make sense? If it does make sense to people, I can see why a lot of bad things happen to people. Listen, once people show you who they are, it's your job to believe them. Because anything that happens after that, you can't really consider yourself a victim. Somebody else might consider you a victim, but if you overlook things, you know what I'm saying? You try you look at things as, oh, that ain't really nothing, you know what I'm saying? That's petty. Oh, they'll be all right. They'll get over it. That's fam right there. That's fam. Nah, that's a person that want to do something to you. A person jealous of you. And just because they're related to you don't mean a damn thing. It don't. If anybody want to get in the comment section and dispute me on that and tell me that you haven't heard of cases where a mother done killed a child, or a child done killed the mother, or the children done killed the parents, or the parents done killed the children, or the brother killed a sister, or sister killed a brother, or cousin killed a cousin. If you're going to tell me that you've never heard about that, then feel free to do so. Get on in this comment section and tell me you ain't never heard of that. And being as that I know you've heard of that before, then who should be considered family? The person that treats you like family, or the person who's blood related to you, who you can't tell whether they related to you or not based on the way that they treat you? Which one is family? I ain't trying to be funny, man, because I know it's a lot of people who take these terms, you know what I'm saying, very seriously, you know what I mean? But you got to think about the titles that you're giving people and if they're deserving of these titles. Same thing with the title friend. Family is as family does, and a friend is as a friend does. I be looking at these channels where I'm talking about, relationships going bad, and you know what I'm saying, significant other kill a significant other over jealousy and all of that type of shit. Or they say they was at a party and they was killed by a friend. The fuck you mean they was killed by a friend? They was set up by a friend. What do you mean they were friend? What do you mean? No, they were set up by somebody they thought were their friend. Right? Thought. A friend's not going to set you up to kill you. A friend's not going to set you up, you know what I mean, for something bad to get done to you, for you to get robbed or something. That's not a friend. People got to use these words. They focus on all these other words that we use on YouTube, and want to censor every goddamn thing else. Stop giving people undeserving titles, man. Everybody is not deserving of a friend title. Everybody is not deserving of a family title just because they're blood related. You ain't got to take my word for it, because people always, man, that's fam. You don't know, you ready to go risk your life and your freedom to go protect fam. What if your fam is in the wrong? What if they dead ass wrong? You willing to die because of that? You willing to lose whatever you may have, whatever you work so hard for to get, you know what I'm saying? All those years, and you're going to throw it away over, what you call it, like I'm going to just say keeping it real, or being loyal to somebody that ain't even deserving of loyalty. I just don't understand that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the trip thing about it, you'll be willing to lose your life, and may very well lose your life or have something real bad happen to you, and won't nothing happen to that person. They still be running around here doing the same shit while you all fucked up and in prison. See how that go? Yeah, so I think people need to be more mindful when they're giving people these terms, man. And they putting shit out in the universe, man. Half the time you don't call somebody your friend, man. You ain't even get a chance to know them yet, man. You don't even know what this person is really about. People always, the majority of people usually show you what they think you want to see. They usually tell you what they think you want to hear. That's just how it goes. Every now and then you get lucky and you get somebody like me that keeps it 100 from the beginning. You know what I mean? But the majority of people you come across, they're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they see something, it's something they have an ulterior motive. They'll listen to you talk. They'll try to, you know what I'm saying, peep you out or whatever, analyze you, see what you like, what you talk about or whatever. And then they'll try to finesse you off of the things that they know you like and your interest and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's why it's not good to tell people everything about you. You know what I'm saying? You know, Sometimes it's good to just survey the circumference first. See what it is that you're dealing with. Because there's a lot of wolves out here that capitalize off of shit like that. And they look for they how can I say it? They look for a weakness, man, in certain, individuals. You know what I'm saying? And they feed off of that weakness. A lot of times people's kindness is their weakness, and these type of individuals, they feed off of that sort of thing, and they'll make it seem like they're like you. If you say you're a giving person, they'll be like, oh man, I'm the same way. And give it time. Give it time. You know what I'm saying? It all sounds good. It sounds good until you see that people's actions don't line up with the shit that they say. You know what I'm saying? That's when you can determine who you're dealing with, but it takes time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get fooled because they give people too much credit. They give people too much of the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Instead of giving it time. Most time you give a situation time, man, you'll see exactly how a person is. A person ain't got to say nothing. You ever had somebody ask you for something? You usually give them shit, and then one time you tell them no, they be like, all right, man, all right. And it's like they mad with you. They ain't say they mad with you, but you can tell in their body language that they mad you couldn't help them or that you told them no. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no motherfucking friend. A friend gonna understand that. I figured I'd ask anyway, fam. I know you got shit that you got to do and all that too, but I wanted to ask you first, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you ain't somebody that's going to be throwing it all up on my face. So I came to you first, but I appreciate it anyway though, fam. You know what I mean? I still love you and all that, no, you know what I'm saying? I'll get it, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate, you know what I'm saying? You saying that if you came up with it later on in the day that, you would help me out. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't got it, they ain't got it. Person tell you they ain't got it, you ain't supposed to catch a fucking attitude. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's somebody that usually looks out for you. You become entitled to other people's shit. This is why you don't spoil adults, because they become tyrannical. You know what I'm saying? They start feeling as if entitled to your earnings and things that you have. You know what I mean? That see, when you spoil a child, they grow up to be majority of those type of people right there. A spoiled child usually turns into a spoiled adult, an entitled adult. You give a child their way, or when they cry, they get their way. You're raising an entitled. They're gonna develop into an entitled adult. It's just how it go. That's why I'm glad my mama never gave me. When I hardly got anything I fucking wanted. Either she couldn't afford it, or in her eyes, you know what I mean. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't on good enough behavior to get it. Even if I was, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't no whining. I couldn't whine, nigga, because I want something and I'm bow, shut that. Boy, if you don't shut that goddamn whining up, that's why I don't be getting these dudes that be talking about people that was raised by their mama. What mama was you raised by? My mama was raised in 1963. The fuck? My mama just turned 61. You raised by a late 70s, a 80s mama? A mama that was born in the 80s? You know what I'm saying? Or the 90s? Opposed to a mama that was born in the fucking 60s or early 70s? Man, they mother completely different than these new age mamas. Y'all getting it fucked up looking at these new age mamas and the way that they baby they goddamn kids. My mama never babied me. My mama beat the fuck out of me. You understand me? Whenever I did something wrong, I might have got my ass whipping if she thought I did something wrong. She ain't gotta have a whole proof of this shit. I already done got my ass whipped. She might find out later it wasn't me and have to apologize. You think she gonna apologize? Well, that's the ass whipping for what you gonna do later, because I know you gonna do some stupid shit again. You know? That type of shit. I don't know what y'all talking about. You, man, bro. Most of the dudes that I know with fathers, I ain't gonna lie to you. Most of the dudes I know with fathers and mothers live in the same household, they child spoiled than a bitch. Spoiled than a motherfucker. Everything they want, they get. I'm not understanding how that's supposed to make some type of, you got your father in the house. How you end up in the streets then? How you end up talking this street shit? I'm a street dude. I'm a street this. If you had your father, the fuck type of father did you have? Your father's a fucking failure if he was in the household and your dumb ass still ended up in the streets, fool. What is you talking about? Or either you lying about being a street nigga, one of the two. You can't have it both ways. Either you had your father in the house and he was a piece of shit, he was just there. You know what I'm saying? Or either you lying about being a street nigga. How the fuck you gonna be a street nigga with a daddy? Fuck is your daddy teaching you? At the end of the day. Black Dr. Phil, I'm out, man.